What's up, everybody? I promised you I'd give you a video about some of my nutritional habits, seeing as some people are interested in that. See if anything will cross over into your lifestyle. So, a lot of times, what I'll do instead of having a full meal for dinner, I will have a smoothie. Now, every time I think of smoothie, I think of that song, Smooth Operator. You can sing along with me. Two Costco products I'm going to use are the Costco Organic Green Yogurt. This is a plain non-fat yogurt, usually available in your regular warehouse. Comes in this nifty little green top bottle or container. This has got 2/3 of a cup, 18 grams of protein, 3 grams of sugar, but no added sugar, so that's just your regular milk sugar. Ingredients here: non-fat milk, live and active cultures, and that's pretty much it. It's gluten-free. You know what we think about gluten. The other product I love to use in smoothies are the different bags of Costco organic fruit. I already have some fresh strawberries that I put in my blender. By the way, this is a Vitamix Series 750. Great blender. It's got these different settings. I got this at Costco some time ago, but I love this blender. It has a clean setting, a liquefy setting. You can make soups in it. I've even made a dough in it for some other cake or whatever I made. The blueberries, you get 3 pounds. I think it's like $10. They're organic blueberries. They're frozen. This is some of the pineapple that we cut together. I'm also going to throw an avocado in here because avocado goes on everything. I've got a peach cut up, I've got a banana, I've got some of these fresh figs from my parents' tree, so I'll put a few of those in there. They add some nice sweetness. So I'm gonna get everything added in here and then we'll come back and see how you're doing. So I put about 3 tablespoons, heapful tablespoons of yogurt into my smoothie. I guess this is a thing, but there's some people out there who do not know how to cut an avocado. So straight cut right through the little fun woody tip. Split it open. This avocado's got a little bit of age to it, so no problem. We'll just cut a little bit of that brown stuff off. Although, from my experience, the brown stuff is totally edible and not a problem. But you know, some people, everything's got to be perfect, and that little brown stuff will turn them off. But it's okay to cut a little bit, and if you cut too much, well, then you could just cut back what you cut too much. I mean, you know, keep things simple. So I'll put this avocado in here. You'll notice if you start to put avocado in your smoothies, you can't really taste it. It gives a little bit of a smooth, sometimes a smoky flavor that I find enjoyable. Now, some of my smoothies I put black pepper. This is controversial. I'm not gonna put it in this one because you're gonna think I'm a weirdo and you're not gonna subscribe and you're not gonna like, and I can't have that happening. That can't come between us. So the other thing is I'll use about half of a container of oat milk. Sometimes I got the vanilla milk. Sometimes I'll use regular milk, but you'll find as a meal replacement, this is excellent. Now, there's a whole school of people out there who'll be like, but there's too much sugar. What are you gonna do with all that sugar? It's gonna kill you. I'm not trying to hear that jazz. I'm really not. A couple things. This is all natural fruit. I didn't add any sugar. There's a little bit of sugar in this oat milk, but it's really just a tiny bit. So fruit sugars, vegetable, well, avocado is actually a fruit. Check yourself. So these are all fruits. Fruit sugar is different than processed refined sugar. You can do your own research. I'm not a nutritionist. Some people call me doc, but I'm not a doctor. Fruit sugar is not the same as eating a pack of Skittles. Fruit sugar comes with fiber. It's going to have vitamins in it. It's going to be different than a processed high fructose corn syrup. Natural sugar is the best sugar if you are addicted to sugar. I will admit I have a little bit of an addiction, maybe a little bit more than a little bit, but I try to get my sugars naturally. And for me, it's not a problem. I'm 6 feet tall, I weigh 152 pounds maybe. I very often do smoothies instead of meals, especially at nighttime. Now this will make about 4 tall cups of smoothie. And I think my liquid's a little bit low, so I'm gonna throw in a little bit more oat milk. But again, I'm just eyeballing this. Blueberries, couple blueberry handfuls. That's a mouthful to say. Whatever else I got laying around to make a smoothie out of. The avocado is great because you'll get a protein boost in there. And I mean, avocado, again, I mean, you could put it on. They could build houses out of avocados, I'm certain of it. But these are awesome. Can't go wrong with these. The other thing is, if you do some deep smoothie research, there's some people who say smoothies are not as good as physically eating all of these things separately. Well, I got a little backdoor trick for you, a pro tip. I will physically chew every swallow just a little bit, because what the doctors say, or the researchers say, is that because you're not chewing your smoothie, and if there's a bunch of stuff in it, you are not breaking down all of the cell walls of your fruit. Well, the chewing action does that a little bit when you're drinking it. And the other thing is, they're saying it doesn't mix as well with your saliva. The saliva is the first part of the digestive process. Very important to chew your food. Mama was right. So we'll chew it a little bit. Some people will throw some powders and pills and dirt and whatever else they got laying around in their smoothie. I do have some protein powder, but I don't need it with this smoothie. You saw how much protein there was in my yogurt. There's a little bit of protein in the oat, and the avocado is really going to give it a nice boost, and we can all use a little protein boost. A lot of vitamins and minerals in here. You could do research on that, especially the figs. They have some good micronutrients and some of the metals. You know, we don't need a lot of metal in our diet, but a little copper and things like that are in the figs themselves. A lot of fiber in them figs too. I highly recommend them. This Greek yogurt is awesome. It's pretty firm, doesn't get a ton of water. These last a while, and I mean, they're pasteurized, so I even have friends who eat them when there's a little mold on it, but that's not me. Those are my friends. So this is a high quality. I mean, if you went to a smoothie shop and ordered this, it'd probably be $80, you know, for 4 large cups of smoothie. But you really can't beat this, and I recommend it to anyone who's looking to maybe find ways to not have to eat a lot. And I'm very satisfied with this at the end of my evening. So let's blend her up and see what happens. So just a word on ice. I generally do not add ice to my smoothies. I think that's another thing the researchers say is a little bit hard on the digestive system. When you put half a gallon of extremely cold beverage in your stomach, they say it cools down your stomach and affects your digestion. Well, I won't add ice, but the blueberry is frozen, so they will cool it down. My milk is cold, most of my fruits are cold, so this is gonna be a nice cold, cooling beverage in these hot times of the year. Now, one of life's big questions is, what should be the consistency of a smoothie? Now, you have 2 major schools of thought on this. One is they should be runny, they should be almost like a beverage you can easily pour, like water. I tend not to agree with those people. Now, there's a second school that they like them as thick as they come, you know, thick as mud. You gotta eat it with a spoon, basically. I like it somewhere in between. This is maybe close to where I like it. Maybe a little bit runnier is how I like my smoothie than this. But I add a lot of good eating in here, especially the avocado makes it much thicker. So again, this is gonna be about 4 cups like this. These are 16-ounce glasses. I have measurements on my smoothie jar, but I poured them in here. This is what it looks like. It's just gorgeous with those blueberries. Powerhouse of everything wonderful and healthy. Antioxidants and everything in between. So couple chews, and man, that is smooth. It's creamy. It's got a little nutty taste. And I'm gonna give you another suggestion. Instead of putting all these proteins and all that, put some almonds in there, put something natural. It's always good for the body to get our nutrition from natural sources. There's a lot of people out there who will have 50 different pills and jars and this and that, and I don't agree with that school of thought in that department. So, last word on this. These, they make like smoothie packs at Costco, but I don't need that. I feel like if you just buy the fruits and you can make your own mix and throw what you want, then being stuck to some bag of whatever they threw in there. I mean, it's great. I love Costco products. I'm not trying to bag on them, but I just think for better value, you can buy the fruits separately. I usually get the blueberries, the strawberries, sometimes the cherries. Hey now. And just throw them in there and just blend it. And hey, smooth operator. Please like and subscribe. I love you.